Hey guys, Professor Bill, Comic Book University, and Justice League, issue number 32. I'm going to tell you 5 things about this comic book after I tell you about who made this book, and let's get started. This is Justice Doom World Part 3. Scott Snyder and James Tynion IV are the writers, Howard Porter on art, Hi-Fi doing the colors, Tom Napolitano doing the letters, Francis Manipool doing the covers, and the variant cover is Oliver Coipel. All right, let's get started. Number 1. Way too much going on. Dude, we are right back at the freaking beginning of the Justice League comic book where there was so much going on. There's so many characters, so many stories, so many this, that, and the other thing. Knick, knack, paddywhack, slap a dog in the mouth. What the freak, man? Slow your damn roll, bruh. Slow your damn roll. Way too much happening in this comic book. They need to settle down because I can't keep up with everything going on again. Once again, this book feels like it's going completely off the rails. And we're literally still on the exact same storyline that we started with in issue 1. 32 issues later. You can call something an arc if you want, but this is the same damn story. We're going to get more into that in a hot minute. First, let's talk about number 2. Where's Commandy? Oh, I know, he's on the front cover of the book, and that stuff doesn't happen. And everything about Commandy in this book, that's not really Commandy. No, I'm not saying it's a freaking doppelganger, although that would make a lot of sense. But let's be realistic, my peeps. Look, I'm not the biggest Commandy fan in the world, but I've read Jack Kirby's Commandy, all right? A whole bunch of people madly in love with Commandy. Can anybody who's a huge fan of Commandy honestly point at this character in here, this little blonde kid, and say, yeah, that's Commandy? Oh, it may look like him, but does it really sound like him? Does it play like him? Does it read like the Commandy that we know? I mean, come on, dude. I guess if you just look at Commandy as, well, he's basically just Tarzan in the future, and that's it, yeah, this is the nonsense that you're going to write. But at the end of the day, you can't just put a character who's famous and popular in a book and say, oh, there you go. Hey, look, watch. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do this review with Hawkman. Oh, no. This is the real Hawkman. It's not a little 6-inch figure or something like that. This is the real Hawkman. And me and him, we're going to do this review. Tell him, Hawkman. Freaking tell him, Hawkman. See? Substitutes just don't work. I can't sit here and say I'm actually doing... Can you imagine if I put in the title of this review, I will be doing this review with Hawkman, the actual Hawkman? You realize it'd be false advertising, right? That ain't Commandy. I don't know who that kid is. Let's get talking about number 3 on this list. Song lyrics and movie quotes do not make for an amazing comic book, bruh. I'm sorry. Seriously, go ahead and make this into a drinking game if you want, all right? Between sunshine of my love and then turning around and talking about the Terminator quote. I don't remember what the Terminator quote was that was in here, but there's a Terminator quote. And I think that the last one that I noticed in here was, let me look upon you with my own eyes, Luke. Yeah, that. Dude, come on. Come on. You want to do little surprise things here and there? Ha, it's cute. But especially when you got so much going on in the first place. Bro, I'm not having the humor. I'm not having that. All right? Slow the damn book down. Let's talk about number 4. Number 4 is Aquaman to the rescue. You know, Aquaman's one of my favorite freaking characters. So I'm really hoping that this book doesn't go off the rails with Hawkman, or excuse me, with Aquaman also. This is a bit much. I loves me some Aquaman. I really hope that Aquaman can come in here and help to rescue the day and at least bring a freaking story arc to an end. We can start a new story with the Justice League because this is just going on a little bit too far right now. But it's like you're just bringing in more and more and more characters. Isn't it enough that we got the Justice Society and the Justice League and Justice League A from the future and Commandy's here? And now look, here's Aquaman also back from the dead, and hey, let's have ourselves a conversation in Smorgasbord. And I didn't even start talking about the bad guys yet. Don't get me started. They're going to introduce another character in the next issue, the Ultra Monitor, because as if we don't have enough freaking monitors. Let's get talking about number 5 in this book. You see I'm tired right now? Number 5 is too much buildup. Bruh. You know that old, you remember Rocky 1, the original Rocky movie? And they got that one song in there where they just keep on turning up the volume on some kind of a synthesizer. Wee, wee, dude, you know I could keep going. If you've seen that movie, so that one scene was just sitting there with the radio and he's working out and whatnot, and it's like he got that freaking song on there, and it's like, oh my god. And it sounds great when the music, when the voice is on, it's like, getting stronger. But then they just start doing that, and it's like, oh my god, it just keeps amplifying. That does not make a good song. It sounds like some freaking cheap pre-Skrillex crap. Listen, man. Look, at some point, we all just got to take the book and put the damn book down. 32 issues of the same story arc. You could wrap it up in the little ways that DC Comics wants you to in the first, but dude, there is no jumping on point with this book besides issue 1. Don't you think that maybe you've gone a little bit too far and it's time to wrap this crap up at some point? I couldn't find any enjoyment in this issue. Aquaman shows up. Hawkman is in this from the Justice Society. Bruh, some of my favorite characters. And I'm just like, you're crowding the book. You really are. Anyway, guys, I really hope that this stuff just wraps up and finishes so that we can move on with another story that's not so off the rails, nutso, psycho. I'm done. Professor Bill, Comic Book University. Class dismissed.